This week on Winchester and Drury's Natural Born.
Welcome back to the honey break, baby. Right here, right here. I'm good there. You ready? Good. Cole's got the Winchester locked and loaded this morning. We're hoping that this big boy shows and he can get his shot. Okay. All right. That's awesome.
This week on Winchester and Drury's Natural Born, it's off to Louisiana with Kyle Lamore as he battles the weather on a quest to take a nice buck with his Winchester XPR 270.
Oh, son, what was that, JJ Gleason?
Before helping his guide Cole Cooper ring in the new year on a nice buck of his own.
All right. That's awesome.
So let's head south and get this Cajun-flavored show started.
Christmas time, baby. Christmas time is here. And we don't get excited because it's Christmas time. Well, don't tell my wife and kids that, because we do. But we really know Christmas break is about one thing. Yep, that's heading south. Honey Break Lodge. Here we come. This is the third year in a row.
It is Christmas time. Yesterday, the Jolly Fat Man came and visited us and the kids. And then for Christmas, we get almost a week at the Honey Break Lodge back in Louisiana, baby. There's no place we'd rather be this time of year. Our only downfall this year is weather. It says it's going to be mid-70s and chance of rain the next couple days. We know the guys are going to do their homework, and we're excited. JJ killed a freaking giant, a giant last year. I'm hoping I can replicate that, because this year the old Winchester, it's going to be in my hands.
It is just so fun. I cannot wait. Every year, it's the most excited I get, even versus our Illinois deer seasons. The place is outstanding. The food, the accommodations, the camaraderie. We know Anderson's going to be down there when we get down there, and we want to meet up with Adam. So I am up to bat. I got an itchy trigger finger, and we know the Honey Break's going to do it right. They've got ducks all over, but they also have some true giant deer hiding down there in those swamps.
Welcome back to the honey break, baby. Day one. We are back at our little home away from home over Christmas vacation.
Well, the bad news is when we arrive, as we know, Louisiana, yeah, it likes its rain. And the first day, it's almost a complete washout. It rains and it rains and it rains some more.
It's supposed to be about 74 today, 74 tomorrow. It is warm, it is thick, it's been raining on and off. Gonna make it tough for a big mature deer to get on its feet. But after that, a little front's supposed to come through and maybe give us a day or two of good weather also. So fingers are crossed. You can't kill them in the cabin, so we're out here.
There's a little bit of dry time mixed in here and there. So we get a few hunts in and we see a lot of deer. Not the deer we're looking for.
Food plot's getting hammered. We got about 5 or 6 deer down here. One decent buck, I think, but he's rocket range away, so I'm not sure what he is yet.
There are some giants this year, just like last year, still lurking. So we make up our mind. You know, the first year, Cleaser killed a great 8-pointer.
Pow, baby, pow.
Yes! The second year, he knocks it out of the park with a 171-inch slammer.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Gosh, dang it.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
This year, we're going to be picky. We're going to make sure it's a totally mature deer on their management platform. And if it's right, we're going to squeeze it off and make it count. If it's not, we're just going to sit there and eat all their food.
Day 3 at the honey break, baby. It is pouring rain. It's miserable.
Up to this point, the only thing the rifle has got to shoot is a coyote. On the third day, we were sitting on the same exact spot trying to watch a green field.
Dude, that's a coyote.
And here comes that bunch of coyotes. I thought immediately, well, this hunt's probably ruined. If you got 3 or 4 coyotes coming through the green plot right at prime time, not good. So I took advantage of it and I killed one of the coyotes for him, hoping to do a little bit of predator management.
All right, ready? The Winchester got to rock and roll some deer season XP at a song dog.
But we're here for the deer. We're not here to shoot a coyote. I didn't drive 10 hours to kill a coyote. So fast forward, it's day 4, and we're thinking, all right, we gotta make this happen today. Wake up, pouring rain. I'm like, I just want to close my eyes, go back to sleep. However, we're in Louisiana. We're not in Illinois. Don't guide the guide. That's the famous saying. So we're out here and we're going to see what happens.
We saw a great deer. I mean, I don't know how good, but cut across the lane quick right behind a doe. But he was probably 400, 500, 600 yards. He was a long way, and it was quick, and it was still kind of even dark. We know they're around. They couldn't have gone too far. Starting to get out, starting to cruise a little bit. Time will tell.
Well, we haven't been set up in this blind very long, and all of a sudden I'm looking down there to the south. I'm like looking down the levee road. Sure enough, there's a big freaking heavy chocolate 8-point.
Please don't cut in. That's a stud.
No, he's 100%er.
Okay.
He's a stud, but he's going the wrong way with the doe. He's probably 500-600 yards away. But still, that tells us, hey, our target deer, he's close and he's on his feet this morning, despite the bad weather. That buck had pushed off to the north, hadn't seen anything on him. We keep hitting the grunt every once in a while, keep hitting the rattle bag, and I just get done telling Kalister, God, wouldn't it be great if that buck would circle around, circle downwind and pop down here about 400 yards closer. Those words no longer leave my lips. And I look out the blind, and 100 yards away, just where you would have scripted it,
Right here, right here. Get your camera going, take your time. I'm good there, you ready?
That, boys and girls, is why we come to the frickin' honey break. Oh, son, what was that, JJ Kalister?
Oh, that's exactly what we wanted.
That's a stud. And kind of we made up our mind. We're killing a giant or we're gonna sit tight. And Drew Keith, David Cahill at the honey break. I mean, kudos to those guys. And right now my phone is ringing and it's David and I'm gonna take it. Yes, sir, that was me. Shoot, buddy. That was a good deer. That was a really good deer, David.
Well, it has been about an hour and we've been waiting, getting our stuff done. Old Drew is here and Adam Anderson is here. We're gonna go check out what we just killed. You know, looking through the loophole, it looks like an absolute stud slammer deer, but we're gonna go get a sneaker peek, get our hands on this thing for the first time. Let's go.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
a stud. Look at this. Look at this 2. Look at that 3. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's a dandy.
That's good.
Uh-huh. Louisiana swamp buck, baby. Honey Break Lodge with Drew Keith, the man, the myth, the legend. Welcome to Honey Break, boys and girls. 3rd year in a row, we've been fortunate enough to come down here. David Cahill gets us down here, and then we meet up with Drew Keith. Anderson's down here this year, and Blake was here for a little bit. 3rd morning, this old guy in the frickin' rain, he's nudging a doe. He goes by way too far away. You know, a half hour goes by. Here comes a smaller buck, and I just got done saying, why couldn't that big boy be on that same trail? Turned my head, and he was. 100 yards away, the Winchester dumped him. Louisiana tag has been punched. You know, a big shout out to Drew Keith and David Cahill and all the guys that make this operation run. They really have a very, very successful duck program. We're just fortunate enough to get down there, eat their food, and kill a few of their deer once in a while. So Winchester was locked and loaded. Deer Season XP did its job, I did my job. A swamp donkey is down.
Make the most of your time in the woods by knowing when whitetails will be moving on your prime spots up to 10 days in advance. Get ahead of your game with DeerCast.
You know, a fishing rod is a lot like a magic wand. It connects you to a world you can't see, but you know it's there. You can just feel it. Every time you cast, your hands remember the anticipation, knowing at any moment something spectacular could happen. So we keep casting and keep believing. Mossy Oak, made for moments like this.
We live in a connected world. Why should your trail camera be any different? Our proven HyperFire 2 is now 4G LTE cellular enabled, allowing you to receive images from almost anywhere in the world. With the Reconyx Connect mobile app, You can create a custom cellular plan, manage images, check camera status, or change settings remotely. Cost-effective data plans utilizing Verizon or AT&T are available directly through Reconyx and are backed by a full 5-year warranty. Reconyx, see what you've been missing.
You're dedicated to the hunt, putting in the time, the sweat, the energy, no matter the cost. During the off-season, in the heat of summer, or the cold of winter, scouting, setting up your gear and equipment, and making plans through every step. When it's finally go time, when it's you versus him, that's when you give your best, because nothing is worse than ending a hunt before it begins with unwanted odor. Scent Crusher. Scent off. Game on.
You grow to love the repetition. Enter at the Old Elm, third maple on the right. Maybe today. Maybe not. Sleep, refuel, try again. This time is different. I've elevated myself.
Natural Barn is brought to you by Scent Crusher, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Matthews Archery, Mission Crossbows, Reconyx Game Cameras, Nomad Outdoors, Mossy Oak Camouflage, Outdoor Edge, Analogics Outdoors, First Form, DeerCast, and Winchester Ammunition. Hunting at the Honey Break Lodge down in Louisiana, Kyle Lamore battled the weather and was able to let his Winchester XPR 270 rip on a great southern buck.
That, boys and girls, is why we come to the Honey Break.
Now, with his tag punched, Kyle is turning his attention to their guide, Cole Cooper, in hopes of filming him take down his own buck with the Winchester XPR 308.
There was a guide by the name of Cole Cooper, a real young kid, and Drew kind of pulled us to the side and said, would you guys have any problems with, while you're here, if Cole could get behind the gun and maybe have a chance at one of these management bucks?
You're gonna be the gun man. You're gonna get to shoot that 7-point Cole buck. You've been doing a good job and I want to give you a little reward for it. All right. That work for you?
Yeah. Awesome.
So you ain't gonna be cameraman. You're gonna be gun man, trigger man.
I am
All right.
gun man.
That work?
Yeah.
That's fun. Huh?
That's fun.
All right.
Heck yeah. I got some camo over here for you.
Drew had a pretty good bead on some of these deer, but he knew that there was a really good 7-pointer in this specific area.
All right, well, it is December the 29th. We're in the blind this morning. The weather's kind of crappy. It's been raining off and on. There's like 100% chance of rain all day today. We're pretty sure Cole just laid eyes on this buck a couple hundred yards down this road here. He's after a big 7-point this morning, so hopefully this buck comes out and gives him a shot with his Winchester. So fingers crossed, hopefully we can get it done this morning. This is gonna be a great buck for Cole. So we're pretty excited to be here and just hoping he can get it done. It's gonna be a fun morning.
Cole and Adam were actually together, and they even laid eyes on him.
Tell me before you shoot, okay? And make sure I'm on him good. That's definitely good to hear. There he goes.
Back. Back.
Darn it.
Smelled us.
Yep. That was him, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. I probably could have shot him running, but I'm not taking no chances. I was sitting there following him, but I was like, nah.
Oh man. Cole's got the Winchester locked and loaded this morning. We're hoping that this big boy shows and he can get his shot. So DeerCast says the movement's gonna be good, but we're hoping for a great morning here in Louisiana this morning. So stick with us. I think it's gonna be a good hunt. We've already seen, probably 10 deer, so, and several bucks. So It's looking good so far, so fingers crossed. Hopefully Cole can get this big boy down on the ground this morning.
So Cole and Adam, they get all settled in and they're ready, and it's breaking light. And there was a really good 7-pointer, and he's a homeboy. He doesn't really roam too far from this territory. And sure enough, this deer steps out during one of these levee lines again.
Well, we just spotted the big 7. He was about 350 yards down this road here. I grunted at him a couple times and he raised his head up, looked, and immediately spun around and started walking our direction. And then he walked into the woods. So we're hoping what he's gonna do is maybe just kind of get on the edge right inside the timber here and walk this edge and then pop out and give us a shot.
It's getting a little bit later in the morning, and sure enough, this deer steps out.
There he is out there. Yeah, that's him. Is that him? Yeah. Don't shoot him yet, okay? I'll just wait a minute. Let him come out. Let me get on him good. What do you think? I don't know. Well, we got a shot. Hey, hopefully you got him. The plan worked just like we were thinking. Sure enough, he popped out right here at 60, probably 70 yards or so. And old Cole just got a shot, so how do you feel about the shot? I feel good. You were on him good. All right, that's awesome. I'm shaking. That's awesome, man.
Cole, all your hard work has just been rewarded, buddy, because you just knocked down a heck of a Louisiana 7-pointer.
Well, we're out here with Cole Cooper here, my head deer guide, and he's a new employee we've got. So we've looked at our little DeerCast track. I think we've got a good high shoulder shot, so we'll go here and see if we can't find this deer. Right there.
He is stoked. You know, you call it a management buck, you call it a cull buck, you call it whatever you want. It's still a great deer. He's excited. We're excited for him. It proves that good things do happen to good people. Congrats, buddy.
Well, here he is. You know, it's been a great morning here in Louisiana. This is Cole. He's actually one of the guides down here at Honey Break. And Drew, you know, he told him that this is the deer that he wanted him to shoot this morning. And Cole got it done. So what an awesome deer. So it's been a fun morning here in Louisiana. So
absolutely.
Thanks for letting me tag along.
Thank you, Drew.
And thank you, Drew. Thanks, Honey Break. We appreciate you guys letting us come down again. It's been a great year. Kyle killed a good one yesterday, and it's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate you guys.
Next week on Winchester and Drury's Natural Born, we'll be meeting up with Kyle Lamore and JJ Kaliser in Nebraska as they track down a couple of Gabby Longbeards.
Boom, baby, boom.
Join us next week for some arrow flinging fun.
It never gets old. The smell of crisp fall air. The wind blowing through the trees. The adrenaline rush when a shooter walks into range. But it's more than just luck that brings you to that moment. It's time and effort spent in the off-season that makes the real difference. Don't leave your next hunt to chance. Choose the best. Choose Analogics Outdoors.
Season at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Get the best deals on great hunting gear in-store and online.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Sportsman's Channel, your home for everything red, wild, and blue.